It's another Dirty Story night. This week's partner round second place winner is Keith and Dan, and they are Farting Family Guy. As always, the content is for extremely mature audiences, and all characters and references are used for parody purposes. Dirty Story Night is now part of IAD Presents. Please go to ibdpresents.com for all of our great content with lots of different shows. This week, I recommend checking out The Oscars Are My Super Bowl, a movie review podcast hosted by Amanda Iman, a longtime fan of film, and she takes a critical eye as she chats with her friends about both new releases and classic films. Check it out, and now enjoy Keith and Dan Fart Family Guy. Oh, God. Shane, okay.
Dear Penthouse Forum, it's your old pal, GQ, longtime reader, frequent writer. As sizzling in Springfield, languishing in Langley Falls, and some of the other gold members can tell you, the tale I'm about to recount was a long time coming, giggity. For the benefit of you newbies, I'll give you a little background before I set the scene. There's a married woman who lives next door. I know, jackpot, right? But wait, not so fast. There's even more. She's got red hair, a perfect body that's lasted into her 40s, and a complete idiot for a husband. The catch is that her husband also happens to be my best friend. For years I've suffered through her husband's harebrained schemes, all the while expecting each one to be the last straw. But the breaking point would never happen. Until today, it was the damnedest thing. After all the bullshit like having her husband turn their house into an independent nation or having him nearly get her killed by a mob hit, all it took was one jealous fit to make her want to get a separation. Ow! At last! I had my window to ask her out for a real date, and when I heard the news, I got a boner so fast I almost passed out. Cocked and loaded, giggity, I ran next door to finally have the woman of my dreams. But as I approached the door, I heard voices coming from inside. She was home, and she wasn't alone. She was talking to someone. Could she have already decided to patch things up with the moron? No. Even before I peeked into the room through the window, I recognized the second voice. She was with their dog. I watched her approach the couch, eyelids at half-mast, teetering ever so slightly. The dog followed nervously, tail wagging slowly. My disappointment had lessened, but this still wasn't ideal. For now, though, my best bet was to let this scene play out and consider when to make my move.
Oh, Brian, what was in those mojitos you made?
Well, I'm not one to brag, but I know my way around a cocktail.
Well, after the shit that I've been through lately, I really need a good, strong drink. Thanks, Brian. You're a good boy.
Listen, Lois, I'm sorry that you've been going through all this crap with Peter lately. You really deserve better.
Hey, you know what? You're right. I deserve much better than that fat son of a bitch. But who would want a woman my age?
Well, Lois, I'd be more than happy to have you. Thrilled, in fact.
Then it happened. My red-headed angel began violently making out with her dog. I couldn't believe my eyes, but I couldn't look away, because this was some kind of kinky shit I've never witnessed before, giggity, giggity, giggity. They were going at it like two lesbians in a mud pit, giggity. Groping, kissing, licking, tearing clothes off, and positively wrestling in passion before landing on the couch, Brian on top of Lois.
Oh, Lois, I love you. I've wanted you for so long.
Like I didn't know that, Brian. You were always trying to grab my tits and shit.
Yes, but now we can just go for it.
Get over here, you furry bastard.
As I watched on in astonishment, that damn dog began to fuck her doggy style. How appropriately fucked up, giggity. I couldn't help but whip my own cock out and started jacking off to the scene. They were going at it like animals. Fucking in all kinds of different positions that would put the Kama Sutra to shame. Until Lois finally stopped Brian right as it looked like he was about to bust his nut. And so was I.
I know what'll make this interesting.
Oh, come on, Lois. Just let me finish.
No. If you want a nut in me, you're gonna have to do something special.
Say, what's the peanut butter for?
It's my special treat for you, Brian. A nice peanut butter and pussy sandwich.
At these words, I couldn't control myself, and I came. Ow! I came all over the window. The force was so great that it hit the window with a loud splat, coating it all in my misty spunk. Giggity. The sound caught Brian's ears, and he immediately turned and started barking. To this, I turned and ran back to my house before they could spot me. And no one saw me for 6 days as I just laid there and furiously jacked my shaft to the things I had just witnessed. My left arm was huge afterwards.
And scene.